Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is. We are back again, man, and it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Thursday banger. And I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody with a business out there working hard, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to listen to in the morning times, man. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things, man. But I just need y'all to do one thing. And that's just stay out the way for me, man. And we're going to stay out the way, y'all, because we're going to be the smart people in the world, man. We're going to be the people that wake up and we're going to try to do something legit, no matter what it is, man. If you somebody with a job and you getting up for work every morning, that's your routine right there, man. Love your routine, man. Take care of your routine. If you want to upgrade your routine, man, try to climb higher in your job, man. Grind in your job, man. You can grind from being a working person, man. People be scared to be working people, man. Do not be scared. I know people that is working people right now that's completely happy with their life. And another thing they happy with is they're not being in prison, man. When you're not thinking about prison and prison is in your rear view, man, like you live a great life. Dudes that wake up and feel like I'm going to get up and do crime early in the morning, man, or whenever they want to do crime. If you waking up with crime on your mind, you must change it, man, because you're going to prison. You are going to jail. There's no way around it. Now, if you want to go through that situation to be able to learn within yourself and not take the street for granted, then you might have to go through that journey like I did, man. But I'm telling y'all, I'm right now telling y'all that you don't have to take that journey, man. You can cancel out everything you're doing right now, change your life around, and just stay out of the way. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the Thursday banger right here. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, subscribe, so y'all let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. Time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called Cake Snatcher, Part 1. Yeah, man, crazy story, man. Y'all already know the routine, man. Y'all already know how it is in prison. Y'all definitely got to know by now how it is in there, man. I've been telling y'all for years some change now, man. But you have people that's in prison, man, that they just so used to of getting what they really want, man, and that's being not who they are. But you have some people in prison, man, that just, you know, by any means, man, no matter the circumstances, no matter what's going on in their life, man, like they're going to do what they always been doing, man. If that's being a predator or that's being somebody that's just always finessing their way into madness, man, like you have those people in prison, man. Don't get me to tell y'all why these people act like this, man. I don't know why, but I have ran across all type of different sorts of people from the beginning of my bed to the end of my bed, man. And these people I'm talking about, man, they are predators. Like they are in prison waiting on y'all, man. That's why I always tell y'all don't come there, but y'all don't got to experience these guys, man. But with that being said, we on Greensville for this, y'all. We on Greensville for this one right here, man. And I'm in the go home pod, man. I'm in the go home pod. I think that's what it was. That's what they told me it was, man. I had a year left, but that's what they put me at, man. The pod I was in. But if you follow my stories, you already know how that pod was. I'm telling y'all, like this wasn't your average go home pod because they had all type of different type of people in there, man. Yeah, you had dudes in there that was about to go home. Then you had dudes in there that worked it for the people that had classes for us that was about to go home. And these all these dudes I'm talking about is basically lifers. Then you had a couple of regular dudes sprinkled in. Then you had a few other people sprinkled in, man. So like a regular pod at the end of the day, because there's 80 some people in there. So it was like a regular pod, man. But somebody like me, you know, I got over there. I adapted to what was going on, man. I seen a lot of things. I got in my mind, I'm going to the crib, and that's all I'm trying to think about. Like everything else is irrelevant, man. But like, I just seen a lot of stuff since I've been over there. Like I told y'all, like with them having a lot of the old heads over there with them classes, not all of them, you know what I mean? But like some of them, man, like they were predators, man. Like they was like using that stuff for their advantage, man. And like for real, when I seen dudes doing that, like the old dudes, like they was messing it up for the other guys that was really trying to get out. Dudes that's really got life sentences and like they trying to make the parole board see that they doing good by starting a class of people that's going home. Like the police that work up there basically was throwing these guys a bone. I just didn't feel like they had to live in the pod with us. I was like, I don't know who ideal that was, and I always say that, man, but they let them live in the pod with us, which was a bad idea. But they are in the pod with us, man. So like I say, I have seen a lot of things, man. I done been through it. I done been in the pod now probably like 4 or 5 months now. You know what I mean? So I done seen how it is in there. I see what's going on. I see who got the power. I see what's going on with the phones. I'm in the phone line. Like, I just see everything now. Like, I know how to adapt fast to my situation. Even with me even having a year left, like, I'm still like not on edge, but like a year is in my mind. I want to go to the streets. So that's all I'm thinking about at the time. So like I was telling y'all in a prior story, how the way I ended up in this pod, I was over in the next door pod, which was the intake pod. And I got into it with my roommate, which was an old psycho. You know what I mean? The man was super old. There wasn't no need to even, like, on some fighting stuff. That's how old he was. But he tell the sergeant on me. The sergeant said she was going to move me. I'm thinking she going to move me somewhere in the pod. She told me to go next door. So when she moved me next door, I see a dude from Lawrenceville I was in Lawrenceville with. And he gave me the rundown. So, like, she was moving me over there temporary because I belong into the re-entry program, which is on a whole nother side of the prison. So I just came from the intake pod. This is how the situation happened. So long story short, I end up getting locked in over there. So I end up staying over there because it was like I told y'all, /maniac/go home /old heads. Like that's what it was. So the lady let me stay over there. So I have seen some dudes kind of like get the same leverage that I had and, you know, end up going over there or whatever the case, man. But like, I have seen dudes come over there and get moved fast. Like they might need space. They put them in our junk by accident. Next thing you know, a couple days later, they moving where they supposed to be. So I have seen all type of different scenarios, man. But I can remember like when the intakes come through, like, you know, they come into my building. So we're on the bottom floor. I can't remember if it was A or B. It might have been A or B, but we on the pod on the left. The pod on the right is the intake pod when you walk into the building. So like you can see when intakes come to the building from your pod, like you can just walk to your door, your slider, and look out in the hallway and you can see intakes coming in. So every time the intakes coming in, if I got a chance to see, I'll go see, because I really didn't know a lot of people like that in Greensville. Y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. So I'll go see who's coming. And when I went and looked, like I seen a bunch of dudes, like a couple of old heads, they was talking to this one kind of like tall dude, man. He was slightly a little tall, brown skinned dude. Like you can tell he was older than me. And I'm in my middle 30s at this time, but like I could tell he was older than me. He just looked like he'd been bitten for like a while now. Like he just had like a straight penitentiary glow with him, man. Like he just was penitentiary out, man. Like he kind of clean faced a little bit, like, and I guess that's what kind of hid his gray hairs and then didn't make him look old or whatever the case. But like he didn't look super old, but I knew he was old. But I just see everybody around him. I look and I pin it and I just went on about my business. So when I go back in the pod, I'm chilling. I hear a couple of dudes and they're like, yo, man, they just moved Carson Crazy Tail over here, man. They just moved Carson over here, man. So I hear another over here like, who was Carson? Carson, that was on King Mountain. Dude was like, yeah. He was like, oh, I don't know what he doing over here. Another dude was like, man, he made parole. He made parole, man. Yeah, he gotta go complete 7 months in the reentry program, man, and he go home. Now that's what they was doing to the old timers. A lot of the dudes that made parole, like we still had old law in Virginia. You just had to been a dude that got locked up after 1996. Anything past 1996 is new law. So like he was under old law, I guess. So he made parole. So everybody was talking like they don't know how he made parole and all this. So I'm like, man, for somebody to make parole, man, that's good money, man. Like now he basically at the finish line. But like I was about to say though, like they make those dudes do like 6 months, 7 months in a reentry just to make sure they ready for the streets, because a lot of these guys has been gone a long time. So they give them like a little grace period to get themselves, just go through the reentry program, which is a piece of cake. If you was someone that done 20 years game, like, so it's a no brainer. So he come in the joint, he over there. So dudes talking about him. So another dude was like, man, like he at the finish line, man. He was like, that's good, he doing this, but man, I remember, man, on my first bit, man, I met him on my first bit. Oh, yes, I met him on my first bit. When I met him, man, he was taking cakes. That's what he was doing. He was taking cakes. So I'm like, taking cakes? He like, yeah. He shake, rattle, and roll. I said, oh, he shake, rattle, and roll. I knew he shake, rattle, and roll. Like he gave me such an old timer vibe. We was through the slider, so I couldn't even really scan him for real. But like, just hearing our dudes talk about him, they talk about him like he got a crazy rep. and he shake, rattle, and roll. But they called the man. He said the man be taking cakes. So I'm like, man, hold on, man. Like, what you mean, like we like booty bandit gang? Like you was like, yeah. That was his MO. That was his MO, man. He been locked up since he was like 15. He been gone for a long time. I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. So like now he explains like the look, like he gave me, it was a wild, like I looked at him. I don't know all the old timers that's been locked up in Virginia. I never met all of them. I just know some old timers that was on Sussex too. It was some on Lawrenceville, not a whole lot of them, but more on Sussex too. But I didn't meet every old head that done time. So like I didn't recognize him, man. But like just to hear that the man take cakes and all that, like that junk kind of threw me off a little bit, y'all. So boom. Try not to think about it, man. Went on about my business. We chilling. Next thing I know, I see Doc. When I see Doc coming down from the top tier, Doc coming down the steps like this, Doc like this, Doc walk like this, down the steps. He like, Weezy. I'm like, yo, you Doc, me holler at you. I was like, yo, why don't people say they move a booty bandit across the hall, bro? Dude, he's taking cakes. When he's at King Mountain, he was like, oh, you talking about Carson? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah. But I don't think he do that no more. Like, you know, he just made parole. They just told me he made parole. So I'm gonna let you know now, they might be moving him over here because they saying they don't want to move him to the reentry side over there with all them young boys over there because they ain't gonna work out for him because he got an attitude problem, man. Like, to be honest with you, Weezy, I'm thinking they letting him go just so he can get out of penitentiary. I'm like, what? So like, he was like, man, listen, man. Doc said, man, the man record is this long. It's this long, Weezy. I'm like, that's crazy. I was like, he was like, he made parole before me. I'm trying to make parole. He made parole. So I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. He was like, yeah, but look, for the most part, though, he will end up coming over here, though. But he don't care about the phone. He don't do no workout, walk laps, and just stay out the way. But I'm letting you know now, like, yeah, that's his MO. Now, I don't know if he changes. I ain't been around him over 15 years. But I know back then, that was his MO. So Doc warning me about this cake snatcher they about to bring into the pod, man, which is wild because I'm sitting there looking like, man, I got less than a year, like a little bit, like less than a year. I'm less than a year at this time. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, man, like they really about to bring a cake snatcher into the pod. Like, this is unbelievable right here, man. But for the most part, the man has made parole. So that means he wants a second chance at life. I'm just saying to myself, like, they letting somebody out on the street that been taking cakes, man, in the can. Like, what y'all think he gonna do when he get on the street, man? It's gonna be like Candyland, man. He's gonna be trying to take cakes everywhere, y'all. So boom. I don't understand it. Now, I wasn't hating on him going home. I promise y'all that, man. I wasn't on that type of time. I wasn't hating on him going to the crib because from what I was told, man, the man that done Steve Kerr, you know what I mean? The man that did 25-year game, man. Like, he done done it, man. The man, this is a man did a quarter ball. So, like, it's his turn, I guess, to go home, man. Like, everybody got skeletons in their closet, a lot of them, you know what I mean, when they go home. So, like just to single him out just because he was a known cake snatcher back in the day, like I felt I had to check myself, man. Like I wasn't even on no like, man, like I'm gonna scan him and do none of that because the man made parole. So that means God gave him a second chance. Maybe the parole boy really didn't. It was God that gave the man a second chance, man, even though he was a cake snatcher. You know what I mean? But hopefully he can behave when he get out there, man. So Doc warned me about all this, about, you know what I mean, about who dude is and he might be coming in the pod. So I'll say the next day, I come back in from outside rec. I go holler at my man that's an 8 building. I don't even be going out there like that. Outside rec look like maniac land on the fence. My word, every member you can think of in America is on the fence, man. I never really went out like that too tough, but I go holler at my man in 8 building. So on my way back, I come back in. I'm walking in the building. I walk in, I'm like, I get in the salad port. She open the door. I'm walking in, everybody coming in. I walk in the joint. As soon as I walked in, like I just seen a kind of tall dude. He had like a Caesar like mine. Like he was just standing there, clean face game. He was standing by the table here, looked like elegante. He was like, I said, man, that nigga scanning. That nigga was like, I said, chill, bro, man. Come on, man. He was looking. I said, I peeled past, walking and jumping up the steps. Like, he looked back like, duck that jump. Yeah, he's still gonna be a predator though, man. Like I ain't on that type of time. Like if he gonna be a predator, let him be a predator. But this psycho is in our pod now, y'all. He's in the pod now, man. Like this, it be all type of crazy changes, man, in prison, man. Like it's a never-ending story, y'all. I promise y'all, man. Like it just be so much going on. So now Carson is in our pod, man. The predator, man. So he got a squad. He got like a a lot of the dudes that's in there, especially the dudes that's running the classes, like the old timers that's running the classes, they definitely know him. They definitely know Carson. So, they intrigued by this man making parole. They like, yo, you can see him talking. See one of the old timers like, yo, hey, Rod, how you make parole, man? Like, that's crazy. Like, did your peoples, you had a lawyer? Like, what did you do? Carson was like, I ain't do nothing. I heard his voice. His voice was dumb as hell. He was like, I ain't do nothing but go to the parole board. And they told me it was time, man. I was on my best behavior for 2.5 years before that, man. I'm like, why is he rocking? He said I was on my best behavior for 2.5 years before that, man. Everybody like, that's crazy, man. So, like, who was the people at the parole? They asking them all type of questions. But Carson answering, I noticed he one of them type of dudes, he answering questions, but he talking and scanning. He like, yeah, man, I gotta, that's what I gotta do. You gotta get with them. Yeah, you gotta get with them. Yeah, right? I'm like, man, old timers, wow, man. So he moving his cell. So the cell that they move him into, man, kind of like a dude, won't no member. I forgot where he was from. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not on city stuff around this time. Like, I don't care who you are around this time, but I forgot where he was from. I don't even know. I can't even remember. But he moved in the cell with the dude. The dude he moved in the cell with, of course, he's on the bottom bunk. Now, this is a guy that been down Steve Kerr game. He been down 25. You think he trying to hit, he getting on the top bunk if he loves the bottom bunk? Man, I promise you, man. I heard, like, when we locked down, I heard like some scuffling, you know what I mean? Because they moved him. I'm on the top tier. I was on the second cell on the top tier, like on the back wall. Under me is 2 cells. I can't remember the number, man, but they was right under me slightly. Like he was right there, kind of like where those steps go around that slightly, like by the back window. Like, but his cell wasn't far from mine. But I know I heard like some scuffling, some noise, and I heard something like heard the jump, because Greensville don't have windows on their doors. So like your hearing is crazy on that joint, because like they have, like how I be telling y'all on Lawrenceville and Sussex, like we be at the window, we looking through the window, through the door, like they just picture the glass not in there. They jump you can stick your arm through the jump, man. Like I don't know why they do that, man, but it's like that on Greensville. So like I'm at the door, I hear the jump, but I ain't paying no mind because it wasn't a whole lot after the noise I heard. So when we come out after count, you just see the dude, man, that he in the cell with the dude come out. He like, man, hey, look, man, I don't know what you think this is, man. You ain't just taking my bottom bunk, man. You see the dude, Carson, he come out to the door because the dude kind of left out the cell, but he talking to him from his, like, dude, like Carson was still in the cell. Carson come to the door, he was like, man, it's my bottom bunk, man. Tell him you want to move, man. Tell him you want to move. Yeah, tell him you want to move. Dude was like, I'll fight you. I ain't scared to fight you, man. What you think this is? I'm scared to fight because I'm about to go home or something, man. What you think I'm scared to fight because I'm about to go home? Carson was like, I was like, what is he doing? Sign language? He was like, he walked in the cell. Couldn't see Carson no more. You see the dude, he fixed his pants. He was like, he went in that jaw. I walked, got close. I was like, there was people around the jaw. I got close. I looked. Man, I seen Carson. He looked like a boxer. He was like, see what dude is over here. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's still in shape to fight like this. I'm like, damn, did a poly off Rocky? God damn, he was hitting that nigga hard as a bitch. Dude's like, I'ma move, man. All right, you go. He was like, yeah, you gonna what? You gonna what? He's I'ma move, man. I was like, oh shit, damn. He said, get up. Dude got up for everybody. Dude like, he thought about it, like he thought about a rematch. He was like, then he thought about this 7-piece goddamn Carson gave his ass. He was like, I read his brain. That nigga said, you got this, my old head. And it walked away, gang, y'all. So boom. I said, oh shit. That nigga walked to the booth. Lady let him out. Lady let him out the jump. Promise you, man. Next thing you know, they come on the intercom. They call Carson. They call him over the intercom. And they stepped out. They was like, yo, somebody was like, yo, they calling you. He was like, I ain't paying that no mind. He waved that jump on. He was like, I ain't paying that no mind. My word. Went back in the cell. Lady called him again. Next thing you know, you look, see the sergeant lady come in. She like, Carson. Shit, the door open up. Yeah, Carson. He get up. He was sitting on the box watching TV with a cup of mud. He was like, what? She was like, Carson, come here. He was like, he had the dumbest walk. He can't walk through the park like this. He was like, I said, man, who the hell this nigga think he is? He get to you like, what? She was like, you was fighting your roommate? He was like, I told him to move. He put his hands on me, and you already know I don't play. I'm just trying to go home. That's all. Y'all want me to go home, right? Y'all say y'all want me to go home, right? He didn't want to get off the bottom bunk. She said, you should have asked him to get off the bottom bunk, Carson. He said, no. So I'm sitting here listening to this stuff. This is a whole different type of argument that he's having with the police. You're supposed to ask him, Carton, was you fighting your roommate? Like, she's asking questions instead of putting handcuffs on this man. And that's what's throwing me off. But I'm sitting here witnessing this in real time. I'm like, everybody, few people don't look surprised. Me, I'm like, she's like, well, you should have talked to him, Carson. Come here. And she called him into the office. He went into the office. They was in the office talking. You see him talking to her. He came back out. When he walked by everybody, he was like, he was smirking to himself. I was like, he went in the cell. Hey, close my door. Then he closed the door. Boosh. I was like, man, Cake Bandit strikes again, y'all. So boom. No, he ain't do nothing yet though, man. But like, just seeing the leverage that he had with the sergeant, man, like, they already had in their mind they want this man to go home. They want him to go home, man. But like, he's a savage on the low, man. The man just took somebody bottom bunk. The stories are true. So you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna stay out this guy way, man. Like, I seen that man. That man was looking like Frank Dempsey in the boxing ring, man. Inside that little cell, man. The man still had hands, right and left game. I know a good right and left game when I see it. My right and left game some garbage, man. I know how to throw it when it's time. This man was looking like he was training in the winter. I said, oh my God, man. So I'm gonna stay out his way, man. So the man was in the pod. Man. So he didn't have a celly for like couple days, probably for about a couple days game, man. But next thing you know, they bring dudes in. They bring a tall white dude in the block. Now, the tall white dude that they bring in the block, I didn't know his name either because he wasn't in the block long. But he was in the block, and he moved in the cell with the cake snatcher, man. And like, for real, I wanted to really tell him, like, yo, you know you moving in the cell with a booty bandit. You know you moving in the cell with a cake snatcher. Like, I wanted to give him all the names, all the above, and give him the warning shot all the time. I wanted to do this, man. This is what I wanted to do, man. But I promise y'all, man, like, I'm saying to myself, like, if he's brave enough to move in there, because I know somebody's going to tell. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not getting a cake snatcher. I'm sorry. Y'all call me what you want in the comments. I am not getting a cake snatcher away, y'all. So, boom. That's, I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it. So, like, I didn't warn him. And I felt like I didn't have to warn him, man, because from what I was told, he was somebody that wasn't going home that just got moved in our pod by accident. So that's what I had got back. That's the count I had got back. So the first couple days he's in there with Cake Snatcher. Now, around this time right here, Cake Snatcher, he's the type of guy, he don't do no type of narcotics. He don't do nothing. And there wasn't really nothing in there except probably the D block every blue moon. A little bit of the outer pay game, the powder game, you know what I mean? But that spice game was around. So I can remember seeing the Cake Snatcher, man. He was outside and he was talking to the dude upstairs. Now, you know, I told y'all in our building is 4 pods. The intake pod, where I started at, then the pod I'm in now, those are the downstairs pods. Upstairs is regular population. Those are the 2 regular population pods. Like, we see them in the chow hall. We mingle with them on the yard. Like, that's the real population pods. So they upstairs. So the dude upstairs used to always keep the spice game. Now, I won't messing with the spice game, man. Like, I had a bad experience when I first got there. The spice game wasn't for me, man. I was done. I was done with everything, man. Let some real la-la pop up, man. But I look up and I see the dude Carson talking to the Spice Man. Now, the Spice Man was like this young light-skinned boy, had the little new froze, like those were just coming in style slightly, like the little, you know, the LaMelo Ball froze, you know, them jumps. He had one of them jumps massively edged up. So he was one of them dudes, man. I want to say he was from Petersburg, man, but he's talking to him. And I see him talking to him, and I ain't paying no mind, but I see him talking to the dude. Now, the white dude that they moved in the cell, like I told y'all, he wasn't a white dude that was about to go home. You know what I mean? He was just a white dude that somehow I told y'all they be recycling, then they'll double back unless you know somebody. So with him being in the pod 3 days now, you know what I mean? Like I know it's a matter of time for he get moved unless somebody speaks up for him. So I see Carson talking to the Spice Man. So later on that day, look up, I see the white boy on the phone, and that's the only reason I noticed him. White boy was on the phone looking like Spaceman. My nigga was on the phone like this. He like, yeah, it should be. Yeah. I was like, what the hell is he didn't know? Like he was talking and he probably thought he was straight because I told y'all some people handle that spice different. But like he was like, his whole time his face was like, he like, okay, yeah. We at the table like, niggas like, yo, he out the damn spice. I'm like, man, that spice be having them niggas out of control. He get off the phone. He go stand by the table. He just standing by the table. Dude's watching TV kind of like from the table a little bit. Dude like, yo, man, watch out, man. He was like, he backed up, man. It was a commercial playing on the TV. He was like, dude walked up to him like, hey, man. He was like, he stopped. He was like, chill, man. You good? He was like, I looked up. I seen Carson. Carson walked out his cell. He was like, he walked up to him. He was like, he dapped him up. White boy was like, he called his other friend. He was like, they went in the back. I told y'all it's a back room. It's like it's weird, man. Like they smoke like, it's like at the corner of the pod, at the back of the pod is a door that leads to outside rec, which is the backyard is where the rec is at. The yard is in the backyard. So the people from that top pod, the top pods I'm telling y'all about, they come downstairs and like we all go through the same door, but we on the bottom, the door is right there. So it's like, it's a door, but it's a fence. And it's the other side of that pod, the intake pod. We can talk to them. We can't see them, but they have the same door, so they can come. So dudes be in there smoking on both sides. They call that's the smoke cage. And the police allows it. They don't even care. So dudes back there blowing it. Dudes blowing down right there. So the white dude go back there with his homeboy. They go back there. I see the white dude, he smoked that joint. We trip on, but I look, how many pulls? I was like, man, this is last one. He like, that last pull, like, it took him like 5 minutes. He was like, pause. I said, oh my God. I said, oh my God, it's crazy, man. I said, he about to be done. White boy come out. Everybody looking at him like, man, cause see, dudes look at the spice smokers. Like dudes be nosy and be watching who's the spice smokers in there because dudes be bitten off that stuff, man. There's always gonna be an episode more than likely, unless you someone that's gonna do it in your cell and stay out the way. But more than likely, man, dudes be waiting for it. So dudes watching him, he come out, man, and man looked around, he was like, man, walked to his cell. Carson got him off the bench. Carson was watching the whole time. Carson was sitting on the bench like, oh, you want the door open? He went to this booth. Yeah, the door opened up. White boy go in. Before the door closed, you seen white boy climbing on the top bunk with all his clothes on. White boy was done, y'all, so boom. My word. Carson stayed there. He was nice and patient. He wasn't throwing nobody off. I wasn't thinking the inevitable was about to happen. You know what I mean? I wasn't thinking nothing crazy, but Carson stayed patient, just like a real predator. But after I rewind the tape back to everything, his mission was accomplished, man. I told y'all when a predator like accomplished their mission, man, it's like 100 points on the scoreboard, man. Like it's nuts, man. Like he's being there, he's sitting there patient. He's sitting there patient, looking like everything all look. He just sitting there. Lock down. Lady opened the door. I'm going up the steps to my jump. I can't help but to see his jump. I told y'all his jump under mine, but I'm going up the steps from this side. I look, white boy in the bed, knocked out game. He out of there. That spice done him dirty. My word. Locking the pod, locking the cell. Be in the jump for a long count time. Come back out later on that night. When we come back out for the nighttime wreck, I look. I'm running to the phone as I'm going down the steps. I always go first after the last. When we come out for that last jump, like which would be like 9, 10 o'clock or something like that. I always go first. So I'm running down the steps to get to the phone. I'm like, as I'm running down the steps, I turn the corner to get to the phone. I look. I seen the Kate snatcher. He was like this. He was walking to the shower with the shower, man. He was like, on the phone. Hey, you see that chair? Sat down the way I'm sitting this way. Doors about to close. They was like, about to close the doors. I look, his cell right there. I look. White dude still in the bed. I was like, oh man, it's crazy, man. That Spice done him dirty. Doors closed. I ain't paying no more mind after that. We wake up in the morning time for morning rap. We get up there, we go to breakfast. We come back from breakfast. The white dude talking to the white dude he went and spoke to Spice with. He talking to this other black dude that's in the pod, and he's having a conversation with him. So now, you know, the Spice always comes down. The Spice comes down, man, but he's having a conversation with them. You see them keep talking to him. I'm thinking they just talking to him about the Spice, because I used to work out in the morning. So when we came back from breakfast, they still talking to him. I'm thinking they talking to him about the episode he was having or whatever the case. So they talking to him, and the conversations keep getting deeper. Pause. But I got my headphones on. I can't hear what they talking about. So I'm doing my little routine, and I'm working out. And they just keep talking to him, man. I just keep noticing that the white dude face looking super scared. He looking super scared at this point, man. So I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. So they talking to him. So I see a dude go say something to Doc. You know what I mean? So dude go say something to Doc. I see Doc like Doc did one of these jokes when dude came talk to him. I was like, I see that. I'm working out. I'm nosy. I'm super nosy game. Y'all know that. I'm working out. I see all this junk. That junk like a video game inside this junk. Like I'm about to conquer it. I'm on the last stage. It's a video game in front of me right now. I see Doc like, Doc come down this way. I meet him. I was like, what's up? What's going on? He was like, hey, you walk over here, but they be smoking that by the door. He looked, see if anybody was in there. He was like, hey, look, white boy say he feel like he was tampered with. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he feel like he was tampered with. I said, oh my God, man. I said, Kate Snatcher strikes again.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.